So today we are gonna build a chair, and I'm gonna use like construction lumber, this sort of stuff, to build that chair. And it's also thundering outside, so this will make a good video for audio. So yeah, let's get started. Alright, so we're going to use this wheelbarrow I made before, this thing, and we're going to use that to kind of nail everything together. Alright. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. So right now this is how it is. Let's design the backrest. Right, so you'll never guess what. The nail gun was jammed because I put too many nails in it, and I didn't notice because it was still leaving this impact mark. So I assumed there was nails going in, but all the ones I did for this one, they have no nails in them. That's all just screws. No wonder it was taking longer than usual. Otherwise, usually I get this done next to no time. Alright, so we had the backrest here, and we had a piece of wood stuck into it before. And I remember I wasn't supposed to cut this piece of wood out. This was not required. So I've taken it out. And the idea I've got roughly is that we can put this here at the back, line it up, and then do just a normal screw hole here. And so as it pivots, because I don't know the right angle to sit on this, because obviously when I put pillows and stuff, it's going to change. So change the angle. Once I find the right angle to sit on, that's a comfortable backrest, I can screw in another nail or screw and then push into like another pushing another nail or something like that. Yeah, so keep this for now with just a screw, and then we can nail it in later. We'll just work with the legs first, see what works, and then we'll kind of sort everything else out after. Alright, so we're going to put this thing together now, and then we can work out what to do from there. Okay. We got ourselves something that's like a chair. So this is a bit too high. Now this width-wise also is too narrow. And what I want to try and do is have it so I can cut this section off from here, where the line is, and then that will be the new leg section, and then that way it will be a bit lower, and then I need to do the same to the back legs here. So we'll just see how that goes. So we're going to put the legs back onto the chair. Okay, so we've made it a chair-ish thing, right? We've got our back frame there, we've got the chair seat here, and we got these side things, armrests thing. Arm risers? I don't know what you would call it. And then this is the arm rest itself, and that will hang on top, and then that goes along on the side here. So we do the simple stuff we've been doing, so the nailing, so nail, screw, and then we'll screw at the back here, making sure that's the right angle for the seating, and then we can have them on both sides, and this should stop moving them. Then we can put bracing across, like maybe like this, and it will look rather nice indeed. It's not like amazing on the seat, but at least that way I can put a plywood base on top and then put some like memory foam or something. Because if it's just a plywood base and you sit on it, it's gonna crack. So you've got these support beams here to hold your butt up. It works pretty well. Okay. Alright, so we finished off the backrest with this plywood sheet. Yeah, it fits pretty nicely. What we've got to do is screw this in to the frame. Right, so there we are, we've got the chair. Now it's a bit wobbly. That's because it's uneven ground, but like it's not the strongest I want it to be. But it's pretty good. And we've got a plywood back. Doesn't come off. We've got these strats. And it's alright, it's not uncomfortable. It's okay. It's a bit rough, so I'm gonna have to sand it down, maybe put some filler on it. I need to glue some parts down. I think some of because I wanted to get like a rough feel for the dimensions and how the backrest feels. Once I feel it's a good fit, then everything will be glued up. I thought I'd give you a quick update of stuff I've done. So I managed to sand the whole chair down, and I glued a lot of the parts together. So the back frame here is glued. All the joints, the main ones that wobble, are glued and then filled with filler. So this additional piece here is now joined by a wood piece that joins onto the frame with glue and joins onto this. So you can see how there's no wobble anymore at all in the chair. So you can see no wobble here. Yeah, besides that, some angles have been rounded off to kind of make it more clean. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut these legs by a certain amount with these wheels here. We're going to use those wheels on this chair. Now you might say this is a weird setup, why not just take the legs off themselves and then cut it? Unfortunately, I glued everything together because I wasn't sure if everything would be strong enough to hold. So, and then only afterwards I had the idea, after really using it for a bit, I figured out I would need wheels to actually make it usable. So, that's why we're doing this weird stuff now. Can you see it? So we're going to get these small pieces and then put them on top, nail it down, screw it, and then we're going to put those wheels we were talking about earlier, and that's going to go on top. We've got ourselves a chair with wheels. Pretty neat, right? And now we've added wheels to the bottom. Ugh. So now it can move around. I think the last thing we're going to do is paint this, and then we should be done. Alright, so we've got the chair here. Everything's been painted, and yeah, it looks pretty neat. The only thing is, I've been using this for a while, and I found that these gaps are too wide for you to sit on comfortably. It does kind of hurt your butt quite a bit. The basic idea I've got is I'm going to get a plywood sheet and just kind of cover it here. Alright, so we've cut out this plywood base. Alright then, so this is the chair in my house. Because the wheels are pretty smooth, it works pretty well on this hard flooring. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Moves around pretty well. Okay, plans. So what I plan to do is to get quite a thick cushion, and I've talked about this quite a bit, but a thick cushion that fits this chair. Now this chair is quite big. For comparison, this chair was kind of roughly what I was basing my measurements off of. So this is kind of like what the result was. So, and then maybe put cushioning on the armrest, because obviously if you increase the seat, the armrest ratio changes to like butt to arm or elbow. But nonetheless, that's the final project. And yeah, if you like what you see, maybe subscribe and like the video. Otherwise, I'll hopefully see you later. Bye bye.